The reboot of Queer Eye is back for a second season. Here's my theory as to why the Netflix revival is such a phenomenon. It's comfort food.
We are on our way to Gay Georgia. It's literally called Gay Georgia.
Social media has turned us all into amateur critics, and this current political regime has left gaping holes in this country's foundation. Queer Eye, if anything, is a respite from all of that. It's much needed proof that people are out there doing nice things, that people from completely different walks of life can still find ways to love one another. Even a cynic can't deny that the show's feel-good, warm and fuzzies are emboldening, like when Karamo taught a group of firefighters to dance, or when he had an honest conversation with a white police officer about Black Lives Matter.
We're both dealing with the same pain on two different ends, but none of us are like acknowledging it.
Black Lives Matter, they weren't able to be heard, and the police officers weren't able to be heard. If we could sit down and have a conversation like me and you just did, things would be a lot better, in society.
Here we are in 2018. We still have a long way to go before achieving full LGBTQ equality, but we're farther along than ever before.
The original show was fighting for tolerance. Our fight is for acceptance.
For the most part, what felt shocking about Queer Eye in the early to mid-2000s no longer does. And that's a good thing. In 2003, it was an overnight phenomenon in a way that very few shows are. It redefined Bravo as a network, and it proliferated gay representation in pop culture. Makeover shows were hot, and reality TV was a fresh phenomenon. I watched it all the time, and it was one of the first instances of seeing professional, real gay men on television presented as protagonists. All of a sudden, the word queer is all over primetime television. Along with Will and Grace, it did a lot in terms of making American culture gayer. And we're better off for that.
Next thing you know, I have a boyfriend.
So when we look at the show now, in many ways we see a real progression as far as the culture the show is serving up. The revival places a premium on human connections.
For everything you do for the community, my gosh, you deserve some self-care.
And you're gonna make me like a diva?
Oh my gosh, you don't
Just like him.
Mama, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Of course, the show is still reflective of some of the problems facing the gulf between straight culture and queer culture. The gulf is narrowing. Today we have national marriage equality, we're talking about gender-neutral bathrooms, and kids are growing up with transgender as part of their vocabulary. But we still have several states refusing to pass non-discrimination laws. Hell, we still have bakers refusing to serve wedding cakes to gay couples. The conversation is moving forward, but for many people, equality still has a long way to go. In the meantime, we need the comfort of Queer Eye because it counteracts the bad news coming out of queer spaces and the world at large.